Something that I find funny, almost disturbing a little bit. No, actually, it's very disturbing. Is when I see a woman describe a man and she'll be like, well, I want a man that's 6 foot, athletic build, make over six figures, um, drives a nice car, lives in a high rise. Like, they got all these stipulations of some great quality men. Oh, can't forget this one. No kids, no baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? The women that be describing these caliber of men be 5'1", tree stump built, making $22,000 a year, living in a roach-infested apartment with an air mattress and a 22-inch Roku TV. Make it make sense.
Welcome to the S.Banks and the JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm Joe, my co-host,
JD.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, a sister exposes the delusions of modern women.
Okay, very interesting. Let's get the conversation started. We have 2 videos for you today. So we're going to play them back to back and we'll come back and give you our thoughts. Without further delay, here's clip number 1.
Something that I find funny, almost disturbing a little bit. No, actually, it's very disturbing. Is when I see a woman describe a man and she'll be like, well, I want a man that's 6 foot, athletic build, make over six figures, drives a nice car, lives in a high rise. Like, they got all these stipulations of some great quality men. Oh, can't forget this one. No kids, no baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? The women that be describing these caliber of men be 5'1", tree stump built, making $22,000 a year, living in a roach-infested apartment with an air mattress and a 22-inch Roku TV. Make it make sense, because it's not making sense. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't aspire for more in life or greater things, or, I'm not saying that. Dream on. But let's come back to fucking reality. And the reality is, how can you expect to obtain this type of man and then have the nerve to be like, and I need for a man to get my nails done, get my hair did, get my toes done, buy me this, buy me that, all these high maintenance things, but you're not living a high maintenance lifestyle. I'm just so confused. Why do you think you deserve that caliber of man if you can't even maintain yourself? Your pH is off, bitch. When the last time you seen an OBGYN? When? You don't even have a couch. If he paid a rent there, how is he going to come over and relax after a hard day of work at his job that pays him over six figures? Where is he going to relax at? Where? Is he going to have to pump the air mattress up before he lay the fuck down at the Roach Festival? Like, make it make sense. If he's hungry, can you cook him a meal? Like, women, I think a lot of women I'm starting to realize a lot of women are not single because there's a lack of quality men. Because I know a lot of good quality men. I'm saying there's more single women because of the fact that y'all not being realistic with yourselves. You gotta look for somebody who's equally yoked. Or get yourself together. One of the fucking two. One of the two. You'll attract what you should attract. It's just that fucking simple.
Okay, that was the end of that clip. See you guys later. Enough was said in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people hang their hat where they can't reach it.
True.
Both men and women.
Mm-hmm.
Or you hear this more in dating relations, as far as you hear it more from women. as far as, oh, he's got to be 6 feet tall, 600 horses, 6-pack abs, yada, yada, yada. The list goes on. But then you say, okay, sis, what do you bring to the table? Oh, me. So what he's getting is used coochie. You don't have a car. Your body ain't tight. You got a blow up mattress. And make no mistake, I've linked chicks and they had the blow up mattress. You know, oh, you got, or they live at home with their parents too. Because women's quick to say, oh, he lives at his mom's house. Listen, I've had to say hello to mommy and daddy before I went to her room. I'm just saying, right? So if you're not hitting the basics, don't turn around and say, oh, a guy's got to have X, Y, Z when you don't have it yourself. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying men don't do this, but you know that women's like, oh, a man's got to have blah blah blah. I'm just saying, what's some of your thoughts on that?
You pretty much said everything. What can I really add? Yeah, a lot of women do. Your expectations are just a little bit too high. Now, no one's saying that you shouldn't shoot for the stars. Yeah, shoot for the stars.
I think everyone should shoot for the stars.
You should, but you must also be realistic as well.
What about entitlement culture? I think women have an inflated sense of ego nowadays, right? And the guys, average men, they look down on those men. So I think the culture today is, I'm the ish, I'm entitled. That's the narrative that in dating women are running with, but the outcomes that you're getting is not what you want. Like, so you might get a top tier dude smash, but he's not staying or he's not taking you seriously.
No.
And this might be a good woman, but not good enough for that guy. So that says a lot.
It does. Well, she was talking about, like you said, high standards. There's nothing wrong with high standards, but you need to be realistic. Some women, yes, they live in I want to say roach infested over here. That's probably more American problems.
No, you know what?
Is there really roaches here like that?
Yes.
Well, I ain't come across any.
I've had links,
Okay,
dirty
cool.
clothes on the floor.
Okay, see, that's different.
See, so she's referring to it as far as that.
Of
Continue.
course. No, I understand that. But I'm saying in regards to roaches. Anyway,
Yes.
I personally haven't seen roaches. But I don't go link girls, so I can't say I've seen that.
Listen, 8, 9s, and 10s. They look good. They look good, man. Man, them know what I'm talking about. I've gone back to their house and I'm like, wow, no way someone that looks good as you lives here and lives like this. Facts. I'm not saying all women, but sometimes when they're higher top tier women, they believe I don't need to do much.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because I know of some people
We ain't gonna
that I'm
call
not
no
gonna
names.
bait out, but the house was it was awful, awful, terrible. You can't sit down nowhere. You can't lean on the wall.
Yes. Because it's not only women that sit on the corner of the bed
Listen,
because the house is dusty or they're pretending that they're shy. Sometimes the house is dirty.
my situation is different, obviously, because I ain't trying to link nobody. I don't link chicks, so I wouldn't know, in that sense.
Okay.
As in strangers.
Yeah.
So mine will be kind of more closer to home, if anything, or associates.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like, I'm not saying there's been lots. No, I don't know people like that, but I can't lie. There has been like one.
Yeah, well, okay. Average men or dudes that don't really get chicks is not really going to be able to elaborate or explain and say, this is my experience, because that's not the norm for him. He gets chicks when he gets chicks. But guys that get chicks all the time would say, yeah, that will contest and say, I've met chicks like this where they're 8, 9s, and 10s and their house was dusty. Like one of my notes here, right? Women say men should be up here, high level, right? High caliber, right? But they don't even offer the basics.
Yeah.
Come on now. You gotta give the basics. Put in the comments what do you think the basics are.
As in cooking, cleaning.
Yeah, the basics. You want a man with money, you gotta have money too. I'm just saying. At least let it be tick for tat.
Yeah, I think a lot of things should come standardly. Like,
Not that that's what men want as far as money, but I'm just saying you want certain things. So if you want a man to have money, make sure your body is tight.
well, okay, yeah, that's the
Make
trade
sure you
off.
can cook. Exactly.
So that's the trade. In regards to that, that's the trade off. A man wants a woman who is fit.
Mm,
A woman wants a man who's got peas. So then that's the trade off, I guess, in
Exactly.
that sense. I think the fundamentals, like the basics that people should have in general, not even
Yeah.
take dating and relationships out of it. You should know how to cook,
Survival.
male and female.
Yes, survival skills.
Fellas, you ain't, you're included in this.
I
You
agree.
should be able to cook for yourself.
I agree.
Cleaning, you should know how to damn well clean, wash up dishes, wash your
And
clothes,
wash yourself.
and wash. Thank you. Please do that. I smell a couple armpits that was like, whoa, Anyway, so yeah, there's certain fundamentals you should have, like maybe having your license.
So you're saying
You don't necessarily have to
so
drive.
you're saying, as a female, you're saying guys that you may date, at least basics for you is have a license. I'm assuming basics for you is having a house, at least some form of a shared accommodation or something, but somewhere that you're paying rent for that's yours. And I'm not talking your mum's house. I'm just saying that's basic. Is that entry level for most women? I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Well, I do know.
me-
I'm just saying for you.
Personally,
Yeah.
you have to kind of have your own house.
Okay.
Not even really shared accommodation, but that's just
Fellas,
me.
I
That's
tried.
me. That's
Fellas,
me.
Fellas, I tried.
That's me. I'm not saying that women wouldn't do that because maybe they see it as, well, at least you have something of your own. It's up to them. Me personally, it's kind of like I kind of prefer you have your own house.
But men don't. Look, me personally, I don't like broke chicks. I don't like chicks that live with their parent. I can't date those chicks. Their body might be banging though. I might want to smash though, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. She lets me in. Hi, mommy. Hi, daddy. Go to the room and smash. That's. I'm
Okay.
gonna. I'll do it, but
This
I'm
is
not
the
gonna get my
second
way.
time. This is the second time you mentioned daddy. For me, you shouldn't be saying hi to dad and you're still walking in that house.
So the same rules apply for women too. Let's switch gears a little bit. What about women that meet the guy of their dreams? So conditional femininity. So they get the guy that they say that they want. This is something they say they want. He's here now. He's here. And you don't know how to maintain him because you're not even bringing the basics. What about that? Do you know women like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty
They have
sure
a
I
good
do.
guy, leave their relationship, don't know how to cook, don't know how to clean. When you gonna cook for me?
I'm sure I've mentioned a few unnamed people in quite a few podcasts in regards to stuff like that. Yes, well, you get the guy and you can't maintain him, or you get the guy and you're, not to be rude, but not smart enough to even stay around. This is the guy that you say you want. You manage to get that,
Exactly.
and then you leave. What stupidness is that?
So how she got the guy is by pretending. So soft girl era. She was the chameleon.
Yeah.
She changed. So
No.
in the beginning, you did the basics, entry level. You did what you had to do as far as to rope the man in. When he got locked, he realized, hey, I got duped. This wasn't it. She wasn't the one. So she done the chameleon, the praying mantis, as it's called, right? So she wasn't the one. She lied. But again, I say to anybody, men and women, screen vet.
Yeah, definitely.
Screen and vet. That's what I'd say. A chameleon, male or female, can only hold out for I'd say 3 to 6 months. Men can hold out for longer because they want to smash. You have men in the friend zone for 15 years. Women ain't doing that for no 15 years.
No.
That's just facts.
Be like, I'm moving on.
That's just
Finding
facts,
another
man.
guy.
But as I said before, this whole soft girl era, men need to see what's going on. Men be telling women, I need you to be soft. I need to be feminine. I need to be peaceful, submissive, a pleasure to be around. Women say, I'm not going to be that. Now they're realizing I'm not getting the outcomes that I want. So I'm gonna be that. So they're pretending.
Yeah, definitely pretending.
Mm.
It's like, why pretend?
Because they want to die.
If you now realize, no, why pretend? If you now realize that these things is what men want, and by you doing that, you get the result that you actually want. How about you just try to just do that for real?
You know why?
Not pretending.
You know why? What is this? The chameleon, the soft girl era is a chameleon. The chameleon is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Free game, free game.
I told that.
That's my final thought on this clip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Yep.
Let's move along to clip number 2. Here's that clip.
Black men cannot be our shield and our target. We claim to want protection from our men, but 2 things. One, I think we need to be a bit more realistic in our expectations from our men in today's age. This world is getting more and more dangerous as the days go by. Like the scripture says, the love of many shall wax cold, and we see that happening. Many people out there in general, are psychologically messed up. They're unstable, they're unpredictable, they're carrion. You can't always expect a random man on the street, someone's possible husband, father, brother, to intervene on your behalf. If it's a domestic situation, something extremely violent, the most he'll probably do is call the police, yell for help. Chances are that man has a family of himself and he's not selfish for thinking of them before helping you. Imagine this, a girlfriend is fighting with a boyfriend. A random black man comes in to intervene. Toxic boyfriend gets upset, starts throwing punches, police are called, and they both go to jail. Silly girlfriend feels bad and goes back to toxic boyfriend. Let's not act like these scenarios don't happen. And this leads to my second point. A lot of y'all want to talk down on black men and treat them like they're disposable. You expect him to put his life on the line for someone who doesn't even like him? For someone who calls him trash? For someone who calls him a lowlife, the weakest link? Worthless, good for nothing, you never be nothing, you're a dog, you're bottom of the barrel. He cannot be your shield and your target. I'm not saying that our men shouldn't help anyone at all. Like, if I was in trouble, I would hope someone that looks like me would help me. But they need to use wisdom in doing so. And if you really want their help like you say you do, then you need to stop putting them down because of what your ex did to you. Heal and stop looking at every man through the lens of your last relationship.
Okay, that's the end of that clip.
Facts.
Very sensitive.
Facts.
We're going to start the conversation. Put in the comments who can relate to some of these things said in that last clip. Who agrees? Who disagrees? Let us know your thoughts. What do you want to say on that? What's some of your thoughts?
Well, I love that she said this part in particular. Black men cannot be your shield and your target.
That's in my note. Yeah.
Listen, ladies,
So choose the struggle.
please do. Please do. Are you here or you not here? Like, are you turning left or you turning right? Which one is it? How can you will sit there and call men nasty names?
So
You'll cuss.
let me chime in on that. Ninjas ain't ish. How many black men have heard that? We've heard it from fairly young.
Thank you.
So,
They'll be stopping you there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you'll get called nasty names, get cut, they'll cuss you out. This is like on a daily basis. So you may hear it at home, you may hear it outside,
Yeah.
family, friends, even women you don't even know, and you're getting cussed out constantly. Then you then ask black men to help or to assist you in something that you need.
Black men cannot be your shield and your target at the same time. Choose a struggle. So was it fair to say, when people put in the comments, what do you think? Is there a gender war between the black man and the black women? Black women don't even smile at us. This is something that Kevin Samuels has said, or he put out there. Not that he's the first one that said it. This is the norm. What's your thoughts on some of those things?
Well, do you know what? When Kevin Samuel said that, it was actually something that I even had to think about myself.
Yeah.
So when people say things, whether it's male or female, and it's towards black women, I do have to check myself as well, because it's like, do I do the same things that these other women do that no one likes?
Order 66.
Exactly.
Programming.
Exactly. So I'm not saying that I'm perfect or I haven't had programming. All of us have, right? But the things that have been programmed into me, I have to eject it back out of me.
So you have to re-educate yourself.
Exactly. So when it
Yeah.
comes to, do black women smile at black men or
we know
people
they
in
don't.
general? They don't. But I'm saying,
No,
not
hold
all
on.
of them.
Exactly. I was just about to say, not all, because we
Yeah.
don't want the all police, but let's be real. Let's keep it 100. In my opinion, I think there is a gender war between the black man
Yeah.
and the black woman. We speak about all the time as far as feminism, white supremacy, woven into that whole crap. Oh, kick the man out, we give you some money. We will, the women, the older women, generations before us, failed you, in my opinion. Some may disagree, but the data and the stats prove that. They glorify single motherhood. I'm not going to go too much into it. I'm just saying most men look at black chicks now, we can't get a smile. This might be sensitive. Someone might say, no, I don't. Yes, I do smile. Listen, man, them put in the comments. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Look, as a black female, I actually get similar things to what black men actually also receive.
Okay.
So there are times, and I've witnessed it as well, even being with a black male, and you're walking down the street, and I've seen black females react and do certain things.
Exactly.
So I'll give you a few examples.
Exactly.
So I've been walking down the road with a black male, and obviously the person, they don't know if that person's in a relationship with each other, or brother or sister, cousin, friend. It doesn't matter what the situation is, right? They will walk, and then they'll look, or if they,
And then what's next? What did they do? Hold on. What did they do next? Say, look at you. Or as they see you coming, they turn.
yeah. So
I can't see you.
exactly, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Like
trying.
like they're being paid to do it.
Yes. So well, you just said what I was gonna say.
Listen.
So they'll look at you, or if they think you're gonna have eye contact, they will just turn their head sudden, and it's like, okay, then.
So is that
Or-
order 66?
Yes, it is. Or they will look at you, and then look at you bad,
We'll give you a dirty look.
and then turn their head, and it's like, okay. So
So-
a lot of the times, say you could even be smiling at the person,
Yeah.
or you okay,
Or-
sometimes your eyes click,
Okay.
right?
You don't need to smile at me, but sometimes, say for example, I'm in a social setting. At least acknowledge another person. I think, okay, with black people, sometimes we need to be formal with each other. It's not a thing of, oh, yo, what's up, bro, and all that rubbish. I get that. Sometimes you don't need to do that. But I'm saying more time as far as the gender, black men and black women, it's clear that there's a problem between us. I think most time, we black men, personally, from the male perspective, we don't argue a black woman's looks. Think, as in my notes here, right? We're not arguing a black woman's looks. Think about the podcast we done. Black men are refusing to go to singles mixers to date black women or to meet black women. We'll play that clip now.
To a singles mix.
So we're not arguing your beauty. We're saying, you know what?
It's just thinking attitude.
Let me grab my passport.
That's what it is.
Whatever the case may be. Let me grab my passport. Let me vacate. I can't do this. Other women, because black women, some will say, oh, you're going for other cultures because they're hoes or they're this and they're that and blah, blah. How about she's peaceful? How about she's soft?
I'm sorry, I have to go back to what you just said.
Okay.
Why would a man go for a woman because she's a hoe? The only way he will do that is if he just wants to smash. But that's not
But
what
all
the
men wanna
issue
smash.
is. Exactly, but that's not what the issue is. Men are grabbing their passports to find a better quality woman. It's not about smashing.
Someone's soft.
Exactly. So you can't. Women can't say, "Oh, you're finding other women because they're a hoe." They ain't gonna wife you a hoe.
But how many black men have heard that? We can't be a shield and target,
Mm-hmm.
right? So in the black community, black men are shamed for having a voice. We're not allowed to have feelings. We can't tell you where we at. Women that work for Zaddy,
Mm-hmm.
have been our voice, tarnishing our image for how many years? We've realized that from data and stats, oh, single motherhood, all the rubbish that they've been projecting and pushing onto their children hasn't worked for you.
Nope.
How do young women now, millennials, for example, so women 40 downwards, how come they have so much hate when we don't even live in that world no more? None of us experience real racism. Put in the comments if you disagree. But none of us really experience what our elders have experienced, but yet they still have the same energy
And anger.
that exactly.
So
Maybe I'm wrong.
I want to know
Maybe
something.
I'm wrong.
Tell me what other culture treats their men like shit,
Like
Then-
sugar, honey, iced tea.
then in the same breath asks them for help. What other culture really does
We're
that?
not protected.
You complain of we're not protect. Come on, man, you need to stop all of that as well. It's annoying to me too.
Why should a man go out, slay the world, put his life on the line? 'Cause when you hear that loud bang at night, he's supposed to put his life on the line for a woman that thinks I ain't sugar, honey, iced tea. Submit to who? From when you got your own car, your own house, your job, blah blah blah, and ninja ain't ish. I'm just saying. Let's quickly switch gears, right? We done the podcast with the was it Dominican and Western black men going over there. We'll tag that clip as well. We got a lot of stuff we're gonna tag.
Spanish women, they're raised to be a wife.
But why isn't a black woman raised that way?
Most black women are raised to be independent. Remember, let's be real.
Say that again?
Most black women are raised to be strong, tough, independent, and don't take no shit. Because the daddy wasn't shit. I raised you alone by myself. Be a strong black woman. So they come into the game with their guard up ready. Spanish girl is raised to serve. They be cooking for their father at a young age, washing the dishes, washing the table, mopping all Saturday morning. Let's face it, they're raised to serve. If one time I swear to God, I'm at a girl's house having dinner. I got her with my own plate, put it in the garbage, put it in the sink. Her mom spazzed on her in Spanish about da 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 da. Now, in the black woman's house, if I get up with my own plate, she gonna say, "That's a damn good nigga. He got his own shit. I like him."
And those women they're like, don't, I'll get that. I'll make you that sandwich. Like, I'll wash those dishes up. That's a woman's job. That's what I would do. I remember growing up, right? And because my age, I ain't gonna say, right? But I remember the women used to say to the men, go out, we need XYZ if they're cooking food, for example. The men go and get it, carry it back. They didn't say, oh, give me some money for that. They'd bring it back to the women. The men would keep the children out the kitchen so the women can turn up. When it was time to clean up and stuff, the women will clean. The men will throw the trash out and do the heavy lifting, yada, yada, yada. Now, all of that, has turned to a shambles. Men got to do everything. That's just some of my childhood. Some might not can relate to that. But I'm just saying, men's going to go where they're appreciated and celebrated. I'm not saying or influencing men to date other culture women. I'm not saying that Becky and the rest of them is better, but I'm just saying, if all women today got the kind of energy of where they're shield and target, younger zennials, they're like, you know what? I seen what the elders have gone through.
Exactly.
I ain't dealing with this.
No. Why do you think a lot of the youngers now go straight for Becky? Now, I'm not trying to.
Is it because she white?
Some of them. That's for some guys. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Is
And others?
straight because of color. The others is because they have seen already how their uncles, fathers, how they've been treated
But does
by
Becky
their own.
see the greatness in that guy? Because
Some of them.
Becky will see the potential of
Some of them
Becky,
see.
Mei Ling, all of them. They will see the potential of that guy and say, you know what? I'm running with him from now. He
Yeah.
might not be rich, but I'm running with it.
Yes, because they see potential. Of
When
you
it's our
making-
own, you got to be ready made. I'm just saying.
That's
Food
true.
for thought.
That's
Food
true.
for thought.
Some Mailings and Beckys and stuff like that, they do see the qualities, and you know, he's got pizzazz and everything else, and
But
they will take
she
him
look for the real things.
they will take the guy
Yeah.
from long time ago, man. And a lot of black
She
women,
took him
yes,
yesterday, Japanese time.
a lot of black women do look for the guy that's already made it.
Exactly. And he
but
remembers.
what happened?
But he remembers being rejected, though.
Of course, he's gonna remember what happened
Exactly.
to building with each other as well.
Exactly. Food for thought.
One thing I'm definitely scared about, honestly, is as a black female, and they say, oh, and this is other black females will say, oh, we're not protected, we don't feel protected, and yada yada yada. Now, as a black female, other black females, the hyenas, or whatever you want to call them, have made it very difficult for all black females.
Yeah, because the image. Yeah.
Exactly, in regards to protection. And this is what I mean. Now, say you're walking down the street, something's happened, someone decides to attack you for whatever reason.
Well, you're black, you
And-
can handle it
Exactly.
because
So
you're
that's-
independent, and that's the image you project.
That's the image that has been put on us because of the crap,
Perpetuated. Exactly.
because of the crap that
Yeah.
other women do. Now I have to suffer because of what other black women have done.
Yeah.
So when I'm walking down the street, I could potentially go through an issue and see my brothers right there, and then they'll take out their phone and film instead of
Yeah.
not asking, instead of trying to help
Assist.
or calling for help
Yeah.
to assist in
Yeah.
my problem. So that's one of my problems that I have with how black women treat black men also. Not just obviously in a selfish way, but that's one of the issues.
Okay.
For me, that's being a black female, that's one of the issues. But ladies, black women, you seriously do need to start being nicer to black men.
Okay.
Black men, they love
Fair
us.
enough.
They love
Fair
us, and I love you.
Well, black men and black women get together the most. There's no other cultures that's going to date us the most. We date each other the most. It is what it is. Anyways, we got the conversation started. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Put in the comments, what do you guys think? You know? Anyways, in that being said, see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.